We've all been there before. You're talking to someone you like and you can't quite tell if they're flirting with you or just being friendly.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me. Aren't you?
You might feel this uncertainty when talking to someone you've just met, or maybe with someone you've known for a while but have trouble reading. Either way, in this video, we'll go through 6 subtle signs you can look for to figure out if someone is attracted to you. One quick note before we begin. For visual aids, we'll be looking at clips from celebrities, but given that the cameras are rolling and these are actors, it doesn't necessarily mean these people are attracted to each other. Also, no single sign guarantees anything, but if you see several of them together, you'll start to get a clear picture of how the person feels about you.
Superhero film, we've all seen a bunch of superhero films.
The first subtle sign that someone is attracted to you is something you might see while speaking with them, or you might catch it even before being in conversation. It's preening. Examples of preening are standing up straighter, playing with or fixing their hair, straightening their clothes, or playing with jewelry. You can probably think back to a time when you did this while talking to someone attractive. Here's an example from Margot Robbie.
That bullied him on the boardwalk on his way home one day. Yeah, I was bully number 2, I think.
These are things we all do some of the time, but when we're looking at someone we're attracted to, we do it for longer periods of time or more frequently. So if you notice someone fix their hair once, it might not mean anything. But doing it a lot can be a subtle sign they're interested in you. For example, watch A Few Moments with Craig Ferguson and Kate Mara. Her words give away that she's flirting in the first clip, but for yourself, you want to pay attention to the body language even during the more innocent parts of conversation.
I like to do the shoulder pads and heels and then nothing else as well. So it's
Oh yeah? That's it's all right, isn't it?
What else do you want to talk about? I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
No, he's not. He's not a donut horse. He's a regular. Yeah, he's a horse.
People preen subconsciously as a combination of nervous fiddling and a desire to make themselves look better. So in this next clip, notice how Catherine's hair touch comes after Craig calls her out on something.
Yeah, Toronto's crazy. By the way, I like that little, do you feel that little leg thing happening there? When you did that? Yeah. You are a black belt, aren't you?
As you just saw, touch can be another sign that someone is attracted to you. But not every touch means the same thing. There's 2 kinds of touches to look out for that are subtle signs someone is attracted to you. The first is a drag touch or lingering touch. For example, notice how this woman's hand stays touching the guy for as long as she can.
Can I get another hug?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah. I don't know which way I walk.
Just go this way.
A hug can definitely be platonic, but if afterwards someone drags their hand across your arm or down your body rather than immediately disconnect, it might be a sign of something more. Here's a quick comparison of a platonic hug versus a drag touch. The drag touch won't always be that obvious, so here's a more subtle example. It goes quickly. Watch how instead of dropping her hand after the hug, she drags it across Cristiano's back, basically not disconnecting completely until the last moment she can. So next time you hug someone and you aren't quite sure how they feel about you, pay attention to whether they quickly disconnect or let their hands linger. That said, not every touch needs to be drawn out in order to be a sign of interest. The second touch-related sign that someone is attracted to you involves little touches, but frequent, unnecessary little touches. Here's an example of an unnecessary touch. It's just the 2 of them speaking, so she could have said this without touching his arm.
I could tell you again later.
You can tell me again later, that'd be fine.
One unnecessary touch doesn't necessarily mean anything on its own. It's when you see several back-to-back that it becomes a sign of attraction. Here's a quick example.
Mine with Jacques Lecoq?
I've been studying you.
You've been studying me?
Yeah, and I've been wondering what's going on here. And well, I sort of like created the link between this and this. Is there a link there? Is there something going? Is there a theme running?
Yeah, it's a, it's a sort of...
Because I'm guessing how far that's going.
Yeah, there were actually more states. Now as I think about it, keep going.
I can get it up. Don't make a joke out of that.
None of those touches on their own mean anything. After all, some people are just touchy. So what you really want to pay attention to is if someone is touchier with you than with other people. That shows they may be attracted to you. Now, in times of social distancing, you might not see a lot of touching. So another subtle sign you should pay attention to is where someone points their body. For example, here's Robert Downey Jr. having a platonic conversation with Craig Ferguson.
Slight correction, it's not the #1 movie in America, it's the #1 movie worldwide.
He faces his legs and body to the audience, only turning his neck to look at Craig. Compare that to this conversation where the woman is completely perpendicular to her chair.
Okay.
Help yourself.
Okay.
Looking at the two side by side, it's obvious who's engaging more with Craig. Here's another example where you can see a change in body language during the conversation. Notice how Tiffany starts with her body fairly even between James Corden and Jay, but as the flirting starts, she cheats her body more and more towards Jay.
That was a clip from Magnum PI, which has Mondays at 9 on CBS.
So you didn't answer my question, though.
Can we go to break, please?
She even keeps her body facing Jay while James Corden is speaking.
We're never going to break if we're talking like this. No way, we're never going to break.
If you see someone point their body towards you, even while they talk to someone else, that's a great sign that the person is interested in you. Closely tied to this is another body-related sign that someone is attracted to you, if they lean their body towards you. This can be done in a variety of ways. The obvious example would be while speaking to you like this.
Бачу твоє дуже гарне волосся, я кажу, ти дуже красива. Обожаю.
A less obvious time that you might see this and not realize it's happening is if they fall towards you while laughing. She easily could have fallen backwards or to the other side, but she fell to the side that put her closer to Craig. This could just be by chance, but it may also be a subconscious desire to get closer to you. For a quick comparison, watch Alice Eve with fairly neutral body language with Conan, although she is facing him, and compare it to her body language with Craig.
I grew very quickly. I grew like 3 feet in a year.
That's awkward.
And,
What? You can't pick and choose like... Well, I suppose you can,
Yes, you
actually.
can.
Yeah, you can.
It's
No,
a
I feel
free
bad.
country.
It is a free country. You're absolutely right. Well done, Alice, for reminding us that it's a free country.
The last sign someone may be attracted to you is likely to happen before you're even speaking to them. It's the smiling eye dart. Here's a great example. In this case, Henry Cavill is looking at her first, but normally it'll be when you catch them looking at you.
Our series. So we also were talking about how to make sure that we bring her in early enough.
It's normal for someone to look away when you accidentally lock eyes with them, so what you're looking for is that sheepish smile while they look away. That's a tell that they feel like they've been caught, meaning they were likely purposefully looking at you, perhaps because they have a crush on you or are checking you out. So now you know some subtle signs that someone is feeling attracted to you. But what if you're realizing that you don't get these signs thrown your way as often as you'd like? One of the fastest ways to make yourself more attractive is to boost your charisma and your confidence. If that's something you're interested in seriously committing to, you should check out our program, Charisma University. It's a step-by-step 30-day video series that comes with a daily action guide that's guaranteed to show you exactly what to do each day to take your charisma and confidence to the next level. And if for whatever reason you don't, then you get a full refund just by pushing a button inside the course. Thousands of people have gone through Charisma University so far and had great results. Here's what a few of them have said. Thank you. You changed my life. It's so much easier for me to connect with people. All of my relationships have improved, and I am able to make new friends anywhere in any situation. I never expected such remarkable outcomes from a simple online routine. This course completely changed my mindset on how to approach people and think about myself. It has undoubtedly made a significant impact on my life. Everything in my life has improved, from loving myself and others more to creating and developing amazing external relationships. There's so much more joy in my life, and CU has been a huge reason for it. If you're interested in a 30-day program to become more confident and more charismatic, you can click the link on screen now or in the description below. Either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.